Hello and welcome to Hello YouTube land. Today we're going to do a fun video because who doesn't like drinking? I do. You do. We're going to do an old-fashioned video, but the twist is going to be using different kinds of whiskeys, or I should say different genres of whiskeys within the American whiskey line. So rye all the way through the bourbons, the corn ryes, and then all the way to a corn whiskey. So this is going to be very scientific. Let me introduce the contenders, and most importantly, what we want to do. We've discovered that we like old fashions again. We've been starting to drink them a lot more lately. I'm into Scotch. I've been into Scotch for a while, but haven't really delved into the American whiskey genre too much. So old fashions and American whiskeys go hand in hand, right? Perfect.
I think so.
Bourbons, generally speaking, but some people like rye as well in their old fashioned or instead of bourbon. So what I thought of doing is there's so many different kind of mash bills and ratios of rye, almost straight rye, all the way to almost straight corn whiskey. Let's see. We'll do a scientific experiment. It's not scientific. We're going to do an experiment making our old fashions, one of each, the same way, but just changing the booze. So the Redemption Rye, my phone keeps turning off. It's stupid. Redemption Rye is basically a straight rye, dare I say. Not quite straight, but it's 95% rye and 5% malted barley. All right, then we got a Old Forester. The other thing is these are all, not this one. Is this one? Almost. These are all 100 proof. That's kind of why I did it. This one's 92 proof. Close enough. So 95% rye, 5% malted barley. Old Forester Rye is a 65% rye, 20% malted barley, and 15% corn. So that's a pretty good, we're moving down towards the corn and the malted barley's a bit more. Old Grandad is kind of a classic bourbon. It's Old Grandad bonded. So this is kind of a flip of the Old Forester. So this is 63% corn. We're into the bourbons now. 63% corn, 27% rye, and 10% malted barley. So this is kind of a heavy, quite a bit of rye for a bourbon, from what I understand. Then we got Knob Creek, which is kind of a good old standard bourbon. That's 77% corn, 13% rye, and 10% malted barleys. And then we've got the good old classic on the end here, which is basically just corn whiskey, but it's pretty interesting. That's kind of like this version, the rye version of the corn whiskey. That's 90% corn, 10% rye, and malted barley. We're going to make our version of an old fashioned. That's the other thing, right? Everybody has their own kind of twists. Anyways, enough blah, blah, blah. Let's party. And I'm going to switch over to another camera and I'll show you what I'm going to make or how I'm going to make each one. And then they'll all be the same. So let's do that.
The only variable is alcohol.
The only variable, yeah. The idea here is obviously they're all going to be kind of good. We're not trying to figure out which one's which so much as just to see, what our taste buds prefer. Something in the middle road here, or something a little rye heavy, or something a little corn heavy. Cornhole. Ooh, corn heavy. Anyways. So we're going to just cut to making the drink. All right, so since this is science, we're going to use a science instrument, this thing, to measure out the booze. So we're going to do 2 ounces. We don't have the ice ball, so each one's going to have 4 ice cubes. Again, just to try to keep this consistent. Again, it probably doesn't matter too much, but just for the sake of, again, science. So 2 ounces and a splash more. All right, first of all, we bitters. So I've got some orange bitters here. These are pretty good. They're yummy, yummy. We're just going to put a couple drops, maybe 6, 7 drops. And we've got these black walnut bitters. These are really kick-ass. So we're going to do about the same, 4, 5, 6, something like that. We've got a cherry. These are these Bada Bing cherries. They're a little better than the maraschinos. You can use, what are the ones we like?
Luxardo.
Yeah, Luxardos. Those are kick-ass too. And instead of the classic orange peel, we've got some candied orange peel pieces. So it just adds another little bit of yumminess. And then I'm going to do kind of 1 little teaspoon here of simple syrup. And it's just a 1-to-1 ratio of cane sugar and water. All right, and then our booze. Booyah. And then we're going to mix it around, stir, do all that good stuff. We're going to drink it. So we're going to make all 5 of them like so. All right, now we're going to cut. We'll come back. You don't want to watch me make 5 drinks. So
here we go.
All right, so we got them all done. They're all pretty close to being the same. 2 ounces of booze, 4 cubes ice. Again, the cherry, the
bitters.
2 bitters, 6, 7, 8 drops, somewhere in that range of each. The orange bitters and the walnut bitters. And then the candied orange peel. So I think we're in order here. I put numbers in the bottom of the glasses so we could remember, so we know what the hell we're drinking. Because I don't know how many of these I'm going to be able to tell the difference between. But so number 1,
corn.
Yeah, no, Redemption Rye, Old Forester Rye, Old Grandad, Bonded, and Knob Creek, and the corn, Mellow Corn. What a cool name! It's so retro, isn't it?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. Like I said, 5, and I even put the numbers on the bottle. See, 5.
Okay.
So I am sure. Okay, so why don't you start there and I'll start here, and we'll meet in the middle. And
Okay,
then we'll
this is the Redemption.
That's pure rye, yeah, or 95% rye. That's the Redemption. All right, so I can definitely smell corn. Ooh. That's not too bad.
Should we do water?
I tasted a little bit of this. Oh, yeah, we're going to need water.
I got water. Real fancy glass.
I tasted, you can see this is the first time I've ever had this before. I bought this yesterday, and I tasted a little bit of it, and it's actually pretty good. So the other thing about is pricing too, right? The cool thing about American whiskeys in general, obviously you could buy very expensive ones, but unlike Scotch, where again, arguably, for me, the sweet spot with Scotch, like the really good stuff, meaty, is kind of, you got to pay 40, 50, 60, 70 bucks really for a lot of that. You get some really good bourbons for like $20, $25. So that's kind of cool. This Mellow Corn, I probably overpaid. We live in Chicago. I've read people online were talking about it was like $9 at a gas station, but it was like $16 at Benny's. The Old Grandad and the Knob Creek, I think, were like 22 for the Grandad, 25 for the Knob Creek. The Old Forester, I think, was about the same price, 23, 24 bucks. The Redemption, I think, is a little more money. That's an old bottle. I don't remember buying it. I have no idea why I have it, but it was in the back of the cabinet, and I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, price point wise.
What's this one?
That's the Old Forester Rye. Don't you like that?
Not at all.
Well, what about the first one?
I liked it.
Really? Okay. So this is pretty good. Like what I was saying about the corn whiskey is you can really taste the corn. Like it actually tastes like kind of like cornbread a little bit. And there's like I don't know, the candied corn, which I don't like, but not that it's interesting. It's not bad. It's pretty cool, I guess. It's weird, unique. I'm not gonna drink that whole thing. Anyways, I gotta move on.
This one's...
You're getting way ahead of me. So you liked the first, the rye, pure rye, the Old Forester, which was like a 65% rye. Didn't like. Ooh, that's got a little bit of a bite. So this was 4. What the heck was my 4? Oh yeah, Knob Creek.
I might like this one better because you made it first and it's a little watered down. I know that's not proper, folks,
possibly.
but it's really, they're strong.
Well, and that when the Redemption Rye is a little bit underproofed. Not much, really. What was it, 93 or something? And all these other ones are bonded to 100 proof.
Yeah.
So it's a little less alcohol, plus maybe a little bit watered. I don't know.
We're not using 4 Roses today, but I really like that one, and I think it's only 80 proof.
Yeah, the regular yellow label. I like this better. So this, to me, is more of a classic old-fashioned, which obviously, makes sense, right? It's Knob Creek bourbon. So it's right up the alley. They taste them back to back. That's pretty good. It's definitely more of that cornbready flavor, but all right, Knob Creek's good. Now this is the Old Grandad. Mm. Mm. See, now I can actually oh, that's interesting. I can tell that there's more rye in that. So rye, at least for me, I think historically, well, I think for everybody, I've heard these tasting notes. And again, we're not sommeliers, but everybody tastes some things a little bit differently. But rye generally is that spicier, like almost like baking spice or peppery kind of notes, like spicier notes, right? And I can taste these being kind of the two middle of the road bourbons, right? The Old Grandad and the Knob Creek. This one is a little heavier rye, and I can taste that spicier. Yeah, I like it. It adds a little extra character to it.
You just need to try that one.
Oh wow, okay. You're just blowing through them. All right, this is the Old Forester rye. Oof, Jesus Christ.
That was my reaction.
That's definitely different. I'm not going to say I don't like it. I got to let it sit for a second.
I was like,
All right, what do you think of that one?
it's good. Like, to me, these are so strong.
Well,
To me.
it's a cup of booze, so yeah.
I know. I really prefer the 80 proofs because otherwise it's just like burn. But flavor, corn. But that's probably sweeter and a little easier.
it's kind of the sweetest. It really does. It's definitely the sweetest.
This is horrible. I'll never try that again.
I don't know
in my
why.
life.
All I can taste is like or smell is like barge cement. I don't know why. I guess like it's not horrible. It's definitely different. It's rye.
It's gross.
But yeah, I get like a barge of cement, like almost like a ethanol-y kind of gluey smell from it. Taste, smell, taste, smell. Same.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's so weird. I get barge of cement and like pepper. Okay, that sucks. But hey, we'll drink it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. None of this is going to go to waste. I don't like to drink that much. So he'll probably drink most of it. Because I really, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to try the
As you can see
again.
by her racing through these. This, oddly enough, it must be just the, I don't know what it is. I was say it must be. I have no idea what it is. Obviously, the ingredients are quite a bit different in the way that they're making that, but this is basically pure rye, and it tastes. I can taste that stinginess, the peppery kind of spiciness, but other than that, it's on my palate similar to the two bourbons. It's got a lot of the same characteristics. Yeah, it's definitely rye. It tastes, there's a little bit of that rye bread thing going on, but this one I'm gonna taste these back in. I don't know. I can't believe all I smell and taste is barge cement.
I don't know what barge cement is.
It's that friggin' cement that I was using for my that contact cement or whatever the hell it's called. It's like glue, chemical glue. That's so weird. That's really unfortunate. Because I opened the bottle yesterday and I smelt it. And it actually smelled kind of good. It was interesting. It was pretty sweet. But had a little bit of that weird, not like bourbon smell, not the corn, the rye smell. It was good. The Knob Creek to me is the standard. Like I think that would be as close to probably, getting a old fashioned in the bar. If you ask for a bourbon old fashioned, I guess. Because again, Knob Creek I think is pretty standard, right? And then this one is very, very similar, but there's a little bit of a spicier, interesting little twist on the end, which I kind of like. So it's a toss up between these. I'd probably go with Old Grandad just because I'm in the mood for something a little more intriguing and interesting right now.
Not me.
But I'll actually, as much as this one tastes like barge cement, I would drink 6 of those.
Yuck.
Probably, no problem. But yeah, it's definitely not my favorite. I'll drink 6 of those when these bottles are empty. Any one of these would be good, but definitely the Old Forester Rye. I think that's going to have to grow on me a little bit. And like when I say grow on me, I'm going to have like 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, and then I'll drink these.
Right. Like that's what you drink late at night when you really don't care what you're drinking anymore.
When you basically forget about the bitters, the orange, the cherry, and you just pour booze in a glass.
Yeah.
But hey, tastes are interesting.
Okay,
tastes
can I
are
rate mine? Did you
individual.
rate yours?
Oh, I did. Yeah. Oh, I did. Did I? I don't even remember if I did. I started to, but I'm blabbing along. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And I'll put it up on the screen.
These are so dang similar. It's kind of, it's hard to differentiate. But so I'm going to go with 1.
Oh, you like that one the best?
I think so.
Cool.
2, which is weird, the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah. So like so you like the pure corn whiskey the most, and then you like the pure rye whiskey the most.
Well, hold on.
Everything else in between,
I'm going to adjust. I'm going to change.
No, that's okay. That's fine. It doesn't matter.
No. I changed my mind. So this is 1. This is Knob Creek.
That's the Knob Creek.
This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. It's so close, guys. I mean, seriously, these are so similar.
So it's basically like
this is the last
1.
I can't even rate this as 5. I mean, it's like it's 99. That's how low. Like if we were on trying 100 different whiskeys, bourbons, this would be 100.
Well, you've only had 5. I could probably find you some more shit that you would like less, but who knows? So I guess we know who's drinking this one.
Got me.
I guess I'm drinking.
I will.
I'm not throwing it out.
I never want to waste booze, like ever. I would throw that out. It's gross.
It is really odd. I think that one needs another cherry.
It needs a lot more of everything other than the booze.
Another maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of simple syrup.
Right.
Anywho, this was fun for us. It's really just an excuse to drink, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't drink that much. I just want that noted.
Anywho, that was fun. If you got any recipes for whiskey, leave them in the comments.
Comment sections, questions, concerns, grievances, put them in the comment section.
Keep your grievances to yourself. Nobody cares.
Yeah, no, we don't like criticism.
But yeah, it was fun. And stick around, subscribe maybe, and we'll do some more cool videos. See ya.
Bye.